you probably have little ones to put to bed in a little bit, so we will begin. And I just want to thank you for joining us this evening for our kindergarten virtual information night. It's great to spend a little bit of time with you and to share what makes the early years experience at Superior-Greenstone District School Board so special. We are grateful to our panel of educators, parents, and early childhood educators and principals for being here tonight, and for our families for joining us here as well. We are pleased to have our Director of Education, Mr. Goodman, joining us this evening. His presence reflects the strong commitment that SGDSB has to early learning and to supporting families from the very start of their child's education experience. Tonight's session will be led by Chelsea Adams. She is our dedicated early years lead, whose passion for supporting young learners and their families is at the heart of tonight's event. Chelsea will be joined by a great panel that includes teachers, early childhood educators, principals, and parents, each bringing their own unique perspective to help answer some of the most common questions about starting kindergarten. We hope that the next hour provides you with some valuable insight and reassurance, and we invite you to ask questions, stay curious, and to reach out to your local school if you need any additional information or support along the way. We thank you so much for being here, and Chelsea, I will pass it over to you.
Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. So welcome everybody. This is our virtual kindergarten session. Our board is so large geographically, so we thought this would be the best way to all come together. So Rainer, you can go to slide 2. Okay, so I'm going to start by introducing our panelists. We have a wonderful group of panelists. So Lori Foster, she is the Vice Principal of Terrace Bay Public. We have Alicia Williams, the Vice Principal of George O'Neill Public School. We have Charlotte Pleason, who is a parent of 4 beautiful children out of Nipigon. We have Valerie Carr, who will be joining us shortly. She is a mom of 3, busy mom of 3, based out of Geraldton. We have Katie Walter, an exceptional ECE at BA Parker, and we have Kaylee Verhanen, the special education teacher at BA Parker as well, who juggles a lot of different roles in her day-to-day. So we're going to be doing this kind of like an interview panel style. I'll be asking the questions, and then our wonderful panelists will be answering them. At any time, if you have a question, you can always pop it in the chat pod, or you can wait till the end, and then we can open it up to parents if you have any specific questions about your family or your town. One of us can help you answer it. So we will start on slide 3, please. With our first question is for Lori. So Lori, how do you create a safe and welcoming environment for children who may be nervous, shy, or attending school for the first time?
Thank you, Chelsea. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening to be here. I believe that this is a wonderful first question because I think that's probably the biggest, the nervousness, the newness. So one of the most important things that I feel that we can do for children who are nervous or attending school for the first time is to make that experience feel familiar before it begins to feel formal. So at Superior-Greenstone District School Board, we really try to ease families into the process in stages rather than expecting children like to walk into something completely new on the first day. So we will often start with a meet and greet during our kindergarten registration where parents can come with their child. They can see the classroom, they can meet the teacher, they can explore the space together and kind of just get a sense of where they'll be coming every day in the fall. And it alone helps reduce anxiety a lot, not just for the students, but for mom and dad and caregivers too, right? So then over the next, say, 4 to 5 months here before we start to get into registration and coming to school in the fall, we stay very connected with our families. So we try to send regular communication, invite those families and children back into our school for different kindergarten activities and events. And sometimes in the classroom, sometimes just around the schools. And then by the time September arrives, right, the students, the children have already been in the building multiple times. They recognize faces, they know where the classroom is, and the school doesn't feel very scary anymore. It feels more familiar. So instead of those first day jitters, what we usually see is excitement and comfort and a sense of belonging before they've even officially even started. So that's really our goal, is to make school feel safe, make it a welcoming place long before it feels like such a big change.
Thank you so much. I love that. I love that so much. Like giving them the chance to have all those sessions and meeting the teacher, meeting the principal is so important. I love. Thank you so much for answering that, Lori. That was very well done. We will move on to question number 2 is for Alicia. So Alicia, how does your school partner with families throughout the year and not just at the beginning?
At George O'Neill, we love having our families involved. We have an amazing parent council that we always encourage new members to join and help us throughout the year. Parent council is always involved in all of our planning of events that we have. So if anyone's ever interested to join our parent council, please reach out because we think it's amazing. We have lots of different events that happen throughout the year. We have assemblies that the parents are always welcome to. We just had Family Literacy Day the other day, where we had 30 amazing families come and join us during the workday for different activities to have lunch with their kids. We try to plan our events around parents' work schedules, so we try to do them during parent lunch hours. Sometimes it doesn't always work, so we try to do some things in the evenings to get parents involved. We really want families in our school and involved in their child's learning. So we try to accommodate everybody. Um, we're trying to move towards land-based learning, and we're always throwing out for families to join that as well. So.
Thank you so much. Sounds like you do a lot of different wonderful things in your school, and I know all of the schools feel the same way. So parents, if you ever have any questions about how to contact, just reach out to the principal in your town. Thank you, Alicia. Question number 3, we're going back to Lori. So Lori, what does a successful kindergarten experience look like to you?
This is such a great question, Chelsea. Thank you for posing it and allowing me to answer it for our parents that are here with us this evening. So for me, a successful kindergarten experience is really about the whole child, right? Not just academic milestones of which we are hitting, but we're really looking at the whole child. So of course, we want the children to begin to develop literacy and numeracy skills, right? But even before that, we want kindergarten to be a place where children feel safe, confident, and excited to come to school every single day. So I believe a successful kindergarten student is one who feels a sense of belonging. They know that they are cared for. They are starting to build friendships. They feel comfortable asking for help. They're learning how to be part of their own little community within school. They're learning routines, how to share, how to solve small problems, how to express their feelings. This is a good one in kindergarten for sure. When I walk in that room, you see it all the time. And how to navigate being in a group for the first time for some. Academically, I think success looks like children becoming curious and engaged, asking questions, exploring, playing, experimenting, right? And beginning to see themselves as learners, not necessarily mastering everything, but developing confidence in trying, in making mistakes, and in learning through play and discovery, which happens all day, every day, right, in that kindergarten setting. So overall, a successful kindergarten experience is one where children leave feeling happy, capable, eager to keep learning, where school becomes a place where they associate with safety, joy, growth, and really not that pressure and fear.
Thank you so much. I love that so much. As a previous kindergarten teacher, that's all you want. You want your kids to be happy. And we know that there may be tears on the first day of school. But normally it's the parents crying. So your kids will be happy and they will love school because I've been in all the kindergarten classes in our board, and all the kindergarten teachers and ECEs are wonderful. So if you have any nerves, just know that you are in wonderful hands. Thank you, Lori. Okay, question number 4, we're going back to Alicia. Alicia, what are some ways that schools communicate with families?
So Superior-Greenstone has many ways that they communicate with families. So in case of emergency, there's School Messenger, which will call families. It's an automated message that'll let you know if something's happening. We have Edsby, which is a great communication tool. If you're not familiar, it kind of looks like a Facebook feed where information is posted. You can have private messages with the teachers, staff members in the building, the principal, to get those questions answered. It's a great way to, if it's just a basic question that you need answered at some point throughout the day, to throw in there and it'll get answered. We have Facebook pages. Superior-Greenstone has a Facebook page, as well as all the schools where they'll post information for you. We love having those in-person communication as well. Best part of being smaller schools is that you get to build those great relationships with families and staff members, so that when you see them around the school, it's a meaningful conversation. We communicate through monthly calendars that go home, letting families know about events that are happening. Always lots of notes that go home with our kids as well on paper. One of my favorite ways is to send families quick reminders on School Messenger through text about events that are happening at our school, or little fundraisers such as Popcorn Day. Like, don't forget to send your little one with, the $1 so they can get their popcorn. Our families are always very busy, so I know lots of them do appreciate that quick little message in the morning, just to get them set on their way. But Superior-Greenstone has a lot of amazing ways to communicate with our families.
Thank you, Alicia. So that was our two wonderful vice principals, and we are now going to go into our parent questions. So we're going to start with Val. Val is a parent out of Geraldton, and her children go to B.A. Parker. So Val, question number 5 is for you. Before your children started kindergarten, what were your biggest worries and what surprised you once they began?
So, as Chelsea mentioned, we have 2 children who attend B.A. Parker. My daughter is now in grade 2, and my son is currently attending JK. Going in, my biggest worries for kindergarten were likely, for my daughter, access and safety for sure. For my son was definitely his social emotional regulation. My daughter is non-mobile and non-verbal, so starting school felt a little impossible at first. Chelsea was actually her kindergarten teacher. She began before receiving her wheelchair. She started in a stroller, which was less than ideal, but all staff went above and beyond, making sure that she was safe, supported, learning, having fun, which is very important in kindergarten. The first year broke a lot of barriers for our family and for Easton. Weston struggles with social emotional regulation at home and at school.
Oh, it looks like she froze on us.
I've never out a little bit here.
Go ahead,
Support
Val.
exists here.
You just froze a little bit, but we can hear you now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Where'd you hear me last, Chels?
Just talking about your little guy.
So we've never felt more supported in helping him manage his big feelings than we do now. What surprised me the most was how much care and support exists in the building and in the board. How smoothly both of my kids' experiences have gone because of the incredible staff at B.A. Parker and those who have been involved through the board. Did you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, McSlaughter.
Hey, back up, buddy.
Hi, Weston.
Mix Walters says hi, buddy. Mix Walters says hi.
The life of juggling motherhood.
Yes.
Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Val?
No, that
Oh.
is all from what you were able to hear.
Thank you so much for sharing and being vulnerable with us. It really helps hearing the parent perspective for our new parents, sending their children off to school. So thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to go to number 6. Question number 6 will be for Charla Pleason, our parent based out of Nippigan. So Charla, what helped your family feel connected and informed once school started?
I won't speak too much because I think Alicia covered a lot of it really, really well, but we love Edsby to communicate with the staff and teachers of our kids. Facebook is a great way if your school uses it. Quick thing to check in the morning, see what the buses are, what's going on. We love the student-led conferences a lot. It's a great opportunity for your child to be able to show you through their classroom and show you what they're working on and their favorite things to do in the class. We just had a literacy lunch at the school this past week, which was really fun. My kindergarten girl she was sick, so she didn't get to go, but I know their classmate Soup, and she was really disappointed that she couldn't go. It's just volunteering. It really makes you really comfortable going in and out of the school and seeing all those faces and all of the teachers. That's one thing that I really, really value about our schools, I think collectively across each child's teacher, and we're super lucky in that way.
Thank you so much for sharing. I agree. Like small schools are the best. It's like little families all spread out across our school board. Okay, thank you so much, Charla. We're going to go to question number 7, and we're going back to Valerie. Val, what advice would you give to parents who are feeling nervous about letting go?
So this one I don't really know if I have advice, but it's a little bit of a reminder. It's gonna be okay. By Christmas break, the little baby that you sent off to September, you're gonna be wondering where that little baby went. They're not babies anymore, and it happens in a matter of 2.5, 3 months, and you're gonna be looking at this little boy or little girl, and you're gonna be like, you're not the same person anymore. It's the beginning of letting your child become who they truly are, building relationships with peers, adults in the community, learning new things, coming home with full of jokes, lots of fun facts, new songs. You'll be trying to contact staff at 7:30 in the morning, figuring out what a ski pants and boots song is, because if you don't sing it right now, they're not going to get dressed. And the small schools do make a difference, because with any luck, you will get somebody who answers you at 7:30 in the morning and sends you a voice clip of them singing, and you put it on your Bluetooth speaker for like a week and a half before you learn it by yourself, and your child finally accepts that you will sing it, and your teacher does not need to sing it as well. This is it. Your hard work paid off. It's the beginning of seeing it all turn into their own little person, and you get to enjoy that. And school is gonna build upon that, and you will build upon that, and it's gonna take years and years. But this is the beginning, and you gotta soak it all in. It's very, very, very bittersweet, but it's so nice.
Oh, I love that so much. And that song will forever be embedded in my head also. But I'm guessing, Katie, that was you that voice noted it. See,
The singing
ECEs
goes
go
every day.
right. The ECE goes above and beyond at BA Parker. I love it. That song works wonders. So parents, if you want us to send you the song, Katie will sing it and we can send it out later.
We can get Weston to sing it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Thank you for sharing, Val.
No problem.
Okay, we will go on to question number 8. We're going back to Charla. And question number 8 is, what changes or growth have you noticed in your daughter during her kindergarten year so far?
This was harder too. Beatrix has always been, with 3 big brothers, she's very confident. She thinks she can take on the world and do whatever they can, even if they're 10 years older than her. She can do it. She's, very capable. But I've loved watching her play evolve. And of course, the academic side, she comes home and she loves to tell us how letters are formed. And she's noticing sounds in words and if they rhyme or sound the same, and likes to make them with her fingers in the air, and just loves learning and loves going to school so much. She loves playing teacher. So we get a lot of lessons at home, and so do her brothers. And they must sit nicely crisscross applesauce and listen to her teacher lesson. Another thing, she's always been very social. She can make friends very easily, but I think that's the great part about school is even if your child is on the shyer side and you're worried about them making friends, they will meet people like B, and they will be just fine in school, and they'll, make these lasting friendships that they're so lucky to get.
Oh, I love that. Honestly, kindergartens are the best little people at making friends. They're better than adults. They just know how to do it. They talk to everybody. Your child will be so comfortable, and yeah, like Charlotte said, they'll make lasting friendships. Kindergarten is the best. It really is. Thank you, Charlotte, for sharing.
Awesome.
All right, we're gonna go. So thank you to our 2 parents for sharing your own personal perspectives. It's really nice to hear your voice in a panel of educators. So thank you for coming. We're gonna move on to our ECE. We have Katie Walter for question number 9. Katie works at BA Parker with Nicholas Smelt, and they are a teacher ECE team. So you have, in some schools, you'll have a teacher, a kindergarten teacher, and an early childhood educator working together as a team. So you get the best of both worlds. And you have 2 educators to, ensure that your child is taken care of academically, socially, emotionally. So Katie, this question is for you. How do you support children's social skills like sharing, problem solving, and making friends?
Sure. So kindergarten can be messy, literally and socially. I'm probably covered in paint right now from today. But that's okay. We are always reassuring our students. We're always modeling. We're focused on in the moment learning. It happens all day long and it's fantastic. We are trying to look at ourselves as co-pilots to their challenges instead of just the referees, trying to find them the words to get through these big, challenging feelings that they're having. It's a lot of modeling and our scripting. We model everything. The educators in the room, between the teacher and I, we also have our wonderful EAs in our class as well. We're always modeling ways and giving them tricks and techniques and different words to use to get their feelings out in a healthy and safe way for everybody around them. They're little sponges. We're constantly hearing them in the classroom, picking up our lines all of the time, and it's super exciting to hear, and it helps them solve their problems on their own. When we are learning to look out for each other. So if a friend in our class is having a hard time or they're communicating differently, we're modeling the empathy for that and not judgment. We are reminding our friends a lot. In any situation, different friends need different things, and that's what makes us stronger as a team. Our room is set up for everyone to succeed. We have seating options, visuals, picture labels, timers, quiet space options. We're trying to build it right into the classroom so that everybody gets their own independence.
Thank you, Katie. I love that. Like you're meeting the children where they're at and modeling all day long. Thank you. Okay, question number 10 is for Katie. So sorry, Katie, get two back to back. So question number 10, what does a typical day in kindergarten look like? So what would parents expect, their child coming home and talking about after a day?
So our big points in the day I find we hear a great feedback on is our soft start to the morning. So our kids come in, we have a couple open-ended activities that gives them time to get undressed, chat with their friends. The educators in the room get a chance to pop in and see every student, and it gives us a pulse check for the day. It's really nice to know where we're going with the day. It's fantastic. The kids love it. They get to socialize a little bit and slowly get into the morning. Right after that, we go into our morning meeting, which has all of our learning goals embedded into it. It's a great way to get their brains started in the morning. We have songs we sing for our phonics, our Jolly Phonics songs. We're always focusing on a different letter. We have math songs, well, calendar songs. We focus on the calendar in the morning, and there's songs that go along with that help them with the days of the week, months of the year, keeping track of those things. We also do special jobs every morning so that everyone in the room feels included and like they're responsible for something during the day. A big part of our morning is our U-Fly session, which is a guided literacy program, and it hits the key foundations for reading and writing, and the kids love it. It's super interactive, and each day of the week has a different hands-on kind of activity that they can do that reinforces what they're learning, and they look forward to what's next each day. Oh, we get to use our magnet boards today. I'm so excited. It's really fun. After that, we have I think this would be probably the kids' most talked about part of the day, which I like to brag about a little bit, but that's okay. Our centers for the day. They focus on our 4 components, which is the math, the literacy, our social emotional, and our STEM. Each week we rotate 4 different centers, and they're in groups, and they look forward to each day trying every center. It's like favorite part of the day, and I love it. We're sprinkling in our gym and recess in that time to give their brains breaks. Our afternoons look a little different each day as we're focused on math in the afternoon sometimes, or our inquiries. Right now we're doing community helpers, and the kids are super interested in what they want to be when they grow up, and it's really fun. So on a typical afternoon, we start with a quick Haggerty session, which is like a call and response, phonemic awareness and rhyming, like early literacy skills. They love it. They think it's the best game. We get all the actions in. We pick a Haggerty hero, and they get to wear that badge of honor for the day. It's a great time. After that, we go into a group lesson, whether it be the math or our inquiry for that afternoon. We focus as a group together, and then we split up into small activities to keep the learning going, so they get that fun hands-on piece to it to reinforce it. Our big play block comes in the afternoon, and that is like the best time to see the learning in action that they've had throughout the day. We get to just sit back a little bit and watch them solve the problems and reenact what they've learned throughout the day. It's a nice way to end the day as well.
Oh, I love that. And it sounds like you're really doing a wonderful job with like blending the structure and the play, the open play of kindergarten. And parents just know that when your children start in September, teachers and early child educators are really good at starting small in small chunks on the carpet, small instruction. We know that it's the age they are is equivalent to how many minutes they can sit. So we really start small and we build up their learning stamina over time, and you know, the movement and the choices. So teachers really meet them where they're at. And then by, you know, this time of the year, this is when we're really seeing our kids fly and learn. Like all the hard work happens at the beginning, and now they just know what to do. They know the routines, they know what to expect. And then you notice like huge growth as a teacher in this chunk of the year. So it's really cool, and it's really neat to see how different and how much longer they can sit at this time of the year than they can in September.
If I would have had to write my typical day in September, it would have looked like a shorter increments, but now we've got the routine, we're ready to go.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the beauty of educators. We're so flexible, and we all roll with it, and we meet the kids where they need to be met. And like Katie said, lots of music and hands-on activities and movement and play, and learning is just, they don't know they're learning, they're having fun. Like Haggerty is not a game, but they think it's a game because it's so fun. So thank you for that. I hope parents, that's a clear picture of, you know, what a day looks like. Of course, all schools are different, but the teachers are all kind of really focusing on the similar learning pieces. So thank you so much, Katie. That was wonderful.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to go to question number 11 for Kaylee. So Kaylee is a special education teacher at BA Parker. She starts her day with kindergarten age students. So she's really works closely also with Katie and Nicola as a team approach for some of our students that are needing a little extra support. So Kaylee, this question is for you. How do you support children who are still learning routines like toileting, separation, or self-regulation skills?
Thanks, Chelsea. So there's not a one-size-fits-all answer to this question. We try to take a very individualized approach to this. So every kid is different, and every kid's needs are very different. And so we meet them where they're at, and then we build the skills based off of that. We'd do our best to work with parents, especially on things like toileting, where we kind of have to like match systems at home and at school. But we do our best to meet them at, and then we build the skills. So some things that help while we're doing that is we try to create some predictable routines and visuals to help them learn. We use a lot of positive reinforcement to help get through some things that might not be their most fun things to do. We believe in that like Katie had said earlier, a lot of modeling. So there's a lot of us on the ground. We're doing it with the kids. We are regulating right there alongside with them if they need it. And then we slowly build up. So even if our transition, say, is the difficult part and we can only get a few steps in, well, that's a win in our books. And then we build it up. We're going to get 5 steps today. Oh, we got 10 steps, and we slowly build it up. But really, it's meeting the kids where they're at, using supports and visuals and all the help and modeling that we can give them, and building up their skills as we go.
Thank you so much, Kaylee. And just to add that all schools do have special education teachers in them as well. So if your child that has any special needs, the kindergarten teacher would have support of the special education team and the principal in the school. So we have wonderful supports throughout the board, not just in the schools, to help all the children that come to Superior-Greenstone. Okay, we're going on our last question, and this one's also for Kaylee. Kaylee, what is one thing you wish all kindergarten families knew before September? How can families help their child prepare for kindergarten?
I think the one big thing that families can do to help prepare their kids for kindergarten is to build in little spots of independence. we're not talking about academics or letters or numbers or anything like that. Just little things that they can do on their own. So if that's opening different types of wrappers in their lunch, or being able to know how to get their lunch bag out of their backpack if it gets snags, or how to get on their winter clothes, because that is the longest time in any person's day, is trying to get all those kids ready to go outside. Any little things of independence that you can give them that they could do on their own is so helpful, not only for them and their own self-esteem, but in the classroom when you have 20, like 18 to 20 kids within the room. And it just helps the class move a little more smoothly as well, and gets them where they need to go, so that the kids can enjoy the actual activities and not the not fun parts, which is the getting ready.
I love that. Thank you. And mentioning the snacks, I think that is key in the summer, because when we're parents at home in the summer, we're always doing it for them, right? Like you're opening it, you're setting it up, you're cutting it, you're doing all the things. So just like being aware, like, okay, when they're at school, they have adults to help them, but it's our job to, make them independent. So practicing that, go on little picnics, bring their little lunch kit that you're getting them, or they're also receiving a little bento box from the school board, which is awesome. So you can even practice with that in the summer, like go on some picnics and have them open it up. So thank you for that. Those are all of our questions for our panelists, but I'd love to open it up to any parents. If you have any questions, feel free to, take the mic or write your question in the chat, and one of us will answer your question. So I'll just give a minute if anybody has any questions. I also have 12 kindergarten tip sheets for parents that, if you're interested in just different ways that you can support your child from now until September, if you want to put your name and email address in a chat pod, I can send you those parent tips. They're really simple but like helpful, and it's something that you can kind of read with your child. So if you're interested in some school related family tips, just put your name and email in the chat pod and I will send them to you.
Chelsea, I have a question. It's Allison. I
Hi.
apologize. I've got a house full of kids and grandparents and all that. But is there any form of like home instruction that comes home with any kindergartens, or like, I don't want to use the word homework, but just things that parents do with kids, whether like reading at night or anything like that comes back home outside of the classroom?
So the parent tips could be a really good start. So it'll give you like a lot of activities that you can do with Lorelai, like right off the hop. So for example, one is while you're out on a walk with her, noticing the letters and the words in her environment. Like, oh, look, there's an L in Lorelai. Like, so there's tips like that are not like homework, but it's more like things you can do with your child. Like go for a walk to the public library and sit with her and read. That's the kind of homework that we would say to be doing, like practicing opening her snacks, like we mentioned, that kind of thing. But when she does get in kindergarten teachers will send home probably, like, I know what I did, I would send home, this is what we're working on. These are the letters we're working on this week. For my SK students that were more into like reading and writing, by the time they end SK, they're reading sentences or small passages. So we would have decodable books going home with a parent-friendly letter explaining like what it's all about. So schools are really good at communicating with families. And if you want to know more, then you can reach out as a parent as well to the kindergarten teacher. But I would say for now, just keep it fun, do the things you're doing with like I know she's got a good stack of books at your house. So continuing reading with her and I'll send you the parent tips too if you're interested.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Did anyone else have another question? And if not, we can go to the next slide. On the next slide, there are, these are all of our kindergarten open house dates. So across the school board, so you can just write down or take a screenshot of this so that you know when the session will be in your town. You can also contact the local school, but this is going to be the night or day. Some of them are in the morning, some are during the day, and then some are in the evening. So yeah, all the schools will be doing it within a window between February and March. And then after that, the schools will be inviting the families in, like Alicia was saying, to, join the kindergarten class, and they can sign up to come join classes. And then there's like a whole bunch of wonderful activities that they can join. I would suggest joining the school's Facebook page right away so that you're in the know of all the things. Sometimes there's even activities in the spring that new families are invited to. So join the Facebook page, go to the open house, and it will be wonderful with your child. And they also will be getting, oh, this is really exciting. If we can go to the next slide. Once your child registers for kindergarten, this little logo here is a yard stake that you will get to stick in your front yard. So it's really cool. I mean, we have a lot of snow here in Geraldton, so you might be sticking it in a snowbank for now, but it's to really make your child feel special. They're registered, this little sign's for them, and it's going right in their front yard. So feel free to take a picture and, tag the school that they're going to, but we want students and families to feel connected and excited about school. So that's a little extra something special that you can put in your front yard for your child. So that's that. If anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat as well. And you can reach out to any of us at any time. School secretaries are also wonderful resources to, gain any information that you need. And we are all looking so forward to meeting your children. And it's just such an exciting time. It's a little bittersweet, right? As parents, we're like, oh, like it's really hard. I have 3 kids myself, and the first one I cried, and the second 2, I was like, okay, go, you'll be fine. But it's exciting. Take lots of pictures and just enjoy the process. And thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you, Chelsea. I just want to reiterate, thank you all for spending part of your evening with us tonight. Thank you, Chelsea, for leading us and for hopefully putting some of our parents' minds and hearts at ease. Parents, it's a privilege to partner with you as you prepare to take this exciting first step into kindergarten. Our schools across our board, Superior-Greenstone District School Board, are filled with caring educators and staff who are ready to welcome your child with open arms. And tonight's turnout speaks volumes about the commitment and dedication of our team. I do want to extend a very heartfelt thank you to our staff for taking time out of their evening to be here with us tonight. Your ongoing support for students and families is truly appreciated. If any of you have any further questions or need support, please do not hesitate to reach out to your local school. And you can also connect with me directly in my role as Superintendent of Education, overseeing our K-8 schools. We look forward to welcoming you and your little one into our schools and getting to know your family in the months ahead and taking on this journey with you. Thank you all so much and have a wonderful evening.
Thanks everybody for coming, and thank you to our panelists for sharing with us. You were all wonderful. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good night.